Thank you. The fourth frame. Marco Fu to break.
Time in this PTC final, Rod Lawler leads by a single frame. It's 2-1. Marco Fu to break in the fourth. You can see the glove there on his hand. Oh dear, well he may want to take it off again, because that was a horror show of a shot. Yes, well, you see some players wear glove because of humidity. Mark Selby in China, Williams has done.
One.
Gilbert, who always wore a glove on his hand. This is exactly what Fu wanted though, an easy starter, chance to put some points together and also speed it up a bit, get it flowing again, because he was rather ground down in the end by Lawler in that third frame, but Lawler, however good a tactician he is, can't do that sat in his seat.
Eight.
Fu, one of the best break builders the game's ever seen. Stats bear that out. Well over 200 centuries. He's one of those players who,
16.
all through his career, has played well against the top players. He's got a lot of wins over the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan and John Higgins. But then you look at some of his other results, and he often loses to players lower down the list, and there's no real rhyme or reason to it. No real rhyme or reason to missing that black. That's
16.
Very surprising, and I'm sure it surprised him. Whether it was a kick, well, Lawler's having the cue ball clean, which suggests it might have been. That would be one explanation, certainly. But disappointing either way for Marco Fu. Yes, a good shot by Fu. He's left this awkward. Cue ball very close to that baulk cushion. Makes this more difficult for Rod Lawler. Yes, he was looking for a thin contact, but he's caught the other red, so that went about as wrong as it could for Lawler. Or whatever it was that caused Fu to miss the black, he's got another chance here at the start of this fourth frame.
1. 7. 8.
I think it's true about Fu, as we look at Lawler there, is that Marco Fu's had a lot of coaching in his career. When he started, he did have a lot of natural flair, but the more sort of work you do on your technique, Peter Ebden the same, the more kind of manufactured it looks. And nothing wrong with that, as long as it's ultimately bringing you success.
14.
But he's one of those players, he has tinkered a lot with his technique and worked on a lot of technical things down the years. Had very early success, turned pro back end of 1997, and his first full season on the circuit, he reached the final of the first ranking of Prix, impressed and lost out to Stephen Lee. I think many people then thought that he would be a multiple winner. It's not quite worked out that way.
21.
He has won a ranking tournament and he's won the Premier League and a couple of other things as well, but a lot of people felt that
22.
he could have been Asia's first world champion. Of course, that's still possible. But as the years go by, I guess less likely. He's looking the likely winner of this frame now, though. One thing I do know about Marco Fu, one of the nicest people you could meet on the circuit.
28.
In a player or any other capacity. Always been very polite, very well behaved.
29.
Committed to his career. And he's represented his country, Hong Kong, really well. They couldn't really have asked for a better ambassador.
35. 36.
Well, this is a different sort of frame, isn't it? It's much more free-flowing, sort of frame that I'm sure Fu wants more of, because he's more likely to win the match if it's like this. But he played a very good safety, remember, to force the mistake from Lawler. You heard Lawler saying over and over, good shot. He was tentative playing the shot himself.
42.
He didn't play it too well, gave Fu this chance.
43.
And Marco Fu looks like he's going to take it. He needs the pink and one more red, and it should be 2-2. A much swifter frame than the last one.
$49.
An encouraging thing for Fu supporters is that this is his first half
50.
century, so he's starting to score a little more heavily now.
$56. 57.
Plenty of
64.
snooker fans here this evening, wondering how this one's going to turn out.
65.
Can't help thinking we might need all 7 frames to split them. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to a decider.
$72.
1
73.
Well, he needed a couple of goes at
80.
it here, but on the second time of asking, looks like Marco Fu has settled in now to this match. This will do the power good if he can make a century here, as he's well run out. I think that'll make him feel a lot happier. He is good at tactical stuff too, but he's more naturally a
88.
scorer, and he has scored here. Well, Lawler had a century in the opening frame, 114.
90.
Can Fu respond here in kind?
$93. 97.
So blue for the second century, and the first for Marco Fu.
102.
Excellent break. And he lost that long third frame. He's come back in some style here.
Foul.
Doesn't matter about the 102.
Marco Fu 102. Rod Lawler 6. Frame 2-2.
So 4 down, a possible 3 frames left to play. Each at this stage need 2. Well, I said the 4th frame is always important in a best of 7. In fact, we're level at 2-2. So Marco Fu much the happier, but not just to win the frame. It's how he won it with a century, showing us exactly what he can do, exactly what he has done throughout this tournament. Sounds like the aircon's gone on.
Thank you. The 5th frame. Rod Lawler to break.
It's very tense, and it's been high quality all round, really, the break building and the safety, and it's 2-2, so still locked together. This is frame 5. Rod Lawler with a glove, which he's worn the last couple of frames. Didn't do much good in that last frame. But he breaks off here in the 5th, and a possible 7. Don't forget the top prize, £10,000. Well, Fu looking immediately to build on the century break by knocking that one in, but it didn't go in. But I think he's right to now go for his shots, because that's how he plays. You should always, I think, play to your own strengths.
One.
Well, I think he might be okay there. Not sure whether the pink would go, but he's on the blue.
6.
Well, he's overdone that one. Just lost to the run of the white there. Well, he's gone for the red. He might have got it. Well, he was lucky. It was a fluke, of course. Well, all of a sudden, Lawler was pushing the boat out. I don't know whether that glove has given him some sort of attacking impetus he didn't have before, but he's starting to go for them. Didn't get the brown, though.
Rod Lawler 1.
I'll tell you what, that's a good touch from where he was. Rod Lawler turning the screw. I think the difference here now is going to be, can Fu score if he gets in? You'd fancy Lawler to win the more tactical frames. We've just seen though Marco Fu make a 102 break in the fourth. So if he can get in and start putting them together, I think he'll win. If not, I think Rod Lawler will win it. And that means Lawler has got to really concentrate on his safety. Try not to give Fu any openings. Well, that's a fluke. You could see he caught the other red and he holds his hand up by way of apology.
Ramble.
Oh, we know what's coming.
Rod Lawler 1.
Rod Lawler not feeling an inch. This is good old-fashioned foot on the throat snooker from the Liverpudlian. Big target here, but it's all about not leaving a red on, and he has done, I think. Well, a testing pink here, a red over the pocket. It's got to go in, this pink. Sealing himself for it. Well, that is amazing, isn't it? He's playing one onto the other. It looked unmissable, but the red wasn't quite hanging in the jaws, and he has missed it. That could be a very important moment. Depends how Marco Fu responds. Rod Lawler, you can see what he thought of it. Not a lot. Now, this is what I was saying.
One.
The key to Fu winning this final is him scoring when he gets the chance. He's got a chance here. Because if it stays scrappy, and it's not all been scrappy, we've had 2 centuries after all, but if it remains scrappy to the end, I think Lawler will be the more likely winner. So let's see how Fu gets on here. It's a chance he wasn't expecting to get so early, I'm sure.
8.
Marco Fu
15.
Marco Fu appearing in the PTC final for the first time. He's been in a couple of semi-finals here and there, but this is the best run in one of these tournaments he's had. He would have been favourite coming into the final, but they're only best of 7 these, so it's not
16.
like most TV finals you see a best of 17. These are sprints, and you really got to make the most of the chances when they come along. That's what he's trying to do here. Still got those reds on the top cushion to sort out. Well, he's got the black to sort out first. That's amazing, really. Holding for the red, but no reason to miss for the black. Dare I call it careless?
One.
Well, Lawler's got the same problem as Fu, the reds that are bunched together on the top cushion.
Nine.
Well, he's left the angle on the black to split them. Big shot this, if it goes right, then every chance for Lawler. Mustn't be afraid of the shot, has to commit to bringing these reds out. Well, it's not worked out, has it? Only one's come out. Can't see that one anyway because of the black. You wouldn't be able to pot it. So it's not worked. Another day. Could have done it. He didn't really do much wrong. He went for it. Just didn't quite get the contact he was looking for. There's always a chance when they're bunched together like that off the double kiss, which is what he got. So, well, 16 points in it, but he's going to have to wait for another chance.
Rod Lawler 16.
No, he's hit that all wrong. Well, didn't hit it to start with, caught it on the way back. This is what I was saying though, I think this, when it goes like this, Fu becomes second favourite. Eating a bit of chocolate or something there to try and keep his energy up, his concentration up. But it was that black he missed a few moments ago that has rather done him in this frame. And Rod Lawler is... well, he's got like a vice-like grip on things. It's okay, it's level in the match, but the way the match is going, he's starting to look a bit of a favourite. Well, there's still 3 reds on the cushion here, and they're both going to need at least some of them. So this could be a very long frame coming up. Well, Fu, well, he's all right in the end, but he certainly didn't play it like that. Rod Lawler perhaps scenting victory here. It's 2 more good frames. Well, a good frame and a half actually. Oh, look at this. I'll tell you what, he's hard as money, isn't he? I mentioned Fu grew up in Canada, where Cliff Thorburn was, of course, the great star, and he'd be proud of this. Now, it will appear that he's not tight in behind the brown. It looked like he was at first. In fact, Fu can get through to the red. Well, that's a bonus for Marco Fu, but again, he's not close. It wasn't easy. I thought at first that was a snooker. Well, he does have a pot at this red, but it's not easy at all. White close to the side cushion. Some of the spectators, I suspect, have been here all day long, and they're starting to wilt a little bit. The weight of all the snooker they've seen. This is not easy, but it is in.
One.
For a moment it looked like he might have developed a red, but in fact it's gone back on the cushion, and he's not got much angle on the black, has he, to do anything much here. Alright, though he's managed to knock the red out on the side cushion. He leads by 24.
8.
But still he's going to need a couple of the reds on the cushion as well. And they're all in a line. It looks like another double kiss. Red didn't quite come away from
15.
the cushion. But it has come away. Come away enough to pot, but he didn't pot it. Wasn't easy. He leads by 31. He needs 2 of the reds. Of course, Foo's going to need them all. With the 2 reds on the cushion, Lawler can take the red on as a shot to nothing. That's a good pot.
1.
So he lit 2, 3 on. Could put a colour safe. Try and force Foo into bringing a red off the cushion. That's what he's done. Puts the yellow on the cushion as near as makes any difference, and Foo's got to bring a red off, and if he leaves this red on, it's all Lawler needs with a colour to make it 3-2 in his favour. Hits it first though.
Miss. Rod Lawler 6.
Well, there's no doubt that will be going back, so Marco Fu really under it now. 38 points behind.
Played off the yellow from here, so the white's got to be somewhere just back to the natural and go through to somewhere like that.
It's all about where this red finishes. Well, he's done exactly the same. He needs a snooker. He's done exactly the same. I can't believe that. He's done exactly the same. That's the one thing he couldn't afford to do.
Sorry, no miss.
Was play the same shot. So he's now 44 behind with 43 on, and Marco Fu in this frame has, to me, gone to pieces. This can't be awarded there because a snooker's required, but he's been put back in. Well, Rod Lawler, well, this could be a snooker. Hang on. Oh, what about that? I was going to say Rod Lawler holding all the cards, but maybe not now. Well, he's got to hit a red. Doesn't necessarily matter if he leaves one on. He's got to hit a red. If he doesn't, then Fu can win without a snooker. Hit one. So the maths remains the same, 44 points in it, possible 43 on. Marco Fu here needs one snooker, otherwise it's Rod Lawler who's going to be in front for the third time by the odd frame. Earlier on, Rod Lawler put the yellow safe. That is looking like an even better decision now.
Eight.
So here's the snooker in behind the pink. Yes, he's hit it. It's been a really interesting match this. There have been mistakes, yes, but even so, it's been a fascinating duel. Fu again looking to get in behind the pink, didn't quite manage it that time. Well, if this red goes in, that's it, Lawler pots it, then can't see any way how it won't be 3-2 to him. Oh, this looks friendly. Not. Well, he's like granite, isn't he? Very nearly in behind that brown. Well, this might be a snooker, you know. Remember, if Lawler doesn't make contact with the red, then Fu can win the frame. Well, he's hit the red full ball. You can't ask better than that. Superb hit that from Rod Lawler. Ball close to the pocket, but it doesn't actually match if he goes in off. It's still a snooker needed, not gone in anyway. So it's now 3 snookers required, and we know what's coming here. Rod Lawler's not going to give anything away, and Marco Fu concedes. So Rod Lawler, who a few months ago was off the tour, had to come back through the Q school, is now 1 frame away from winning this Players Tour Championship event. What an incredible win it would be. Needs one more 3-2. Well, he's now the odd frame in front for the 3rd time, Lawler. Each time previous, Fu has drawn level. But if he fails to do so again, then Lawler is the winner. And as I say, it will be a remarkable story for Rod Lawler, who tumbled down the rankings off the circuit. He's clawed himself back up again. This will be one of the sweetest moments of his career if he were to win this evening. No 2 ways about it. So this Southwest Snooker Academy awaits frame 6. Will it be the last frame? Will it be the fairy tale finish for Rod Lawler? We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah. Just before that. Yeah, no. Before you went there.
We will when Rod returns. Well, they're both here actually. Here he comes. So, well, Fu has trailed by the odd frame twice before. In this one though, the match is over. Down to the wire in this PTC. We've had a lot of snooker played, of course, over the last few days. Possible 2 frames remain. Marco Fu certainly hopes it's 2. Rod Lawler would like this to be the last.
1.
Fourth chance in frame 6 falls to Marco Fu. He made a century, remember, to draw level at 2-2, 102 break. Second century of the match. Rod Lawler started with 114. We've had a lot of tactical play as well, which Lawler certainly been the better at.
6.
This is where Fu prefers to be, in amongst them. Crowd here wondering whether there's another big break, whether there's another frame after this one. It's up to this man at the moment.
Seven. $14. $15.
He's had such a terrific tournament. Look at the players he's beaten: Stephen Maguire, Mark Williams, Ricky Walden, Ali Carter, Sean Murphy.
$22.
Marco Fu, one of the
23.
hardest players to predict in terms of how he's going to do. He can play world-class snooker, but at times he can also just not do anything at all, really. I'm sure it's frustrating for him, and there you see he's missed the blacks. Playing the cannon, he was concentrating on the cannon to the red to stay on the other red to the corner. He's missed the black, and at this stage of the final he just can't afford to do that.
$1. $8.
Not great, and you can understand it if there are nerves out there. On both sides, actually.
Rod Lawler, 8.
So that's a bit of a reprieve, really, for Marco Fu, having missed that black.
Foul. Rod Lawler, 4.
competitive pot there. And I think we know what's going to come here.
Rod Lawler 1.
Rod Lawler reached a quarter-final in his very first season, the Mercantile Classic of 1991. It's been a long campaign, 22 years of professional, and this could be potentially his best moment coming up. Well, he's got another chance here. At the moment he rates his best moment at Stephen Hendry, live on television in the 1996 International Open. He went on to reach the final, lost out to John Higgins, but I think with everything he's been through, looked like his career was over a couple of months back. I think this would be potentially more satisfying than that. This is a title, it carries ranking points, it's £10,000. He beat John Parrott at the Crucible as well one time, but I think this would be very special for Rod Lawler if he could finish off. When he turned professional, Margaret Thatcher was still Prime Minister. That's how long ago it was. He's had a lot of ups and downs.
8. More
downs, it has to be said, in the last couple of seasons, but this season he's played more snooker than anybody. This is his 43rd match if you include the Q School, so he's seriously match fit. And it's hard not to conclude that falling off the tour in the end did him a favour. It refocused him. And he's got to be focused now to finish off and win this tournament. Well, is the one to the middle here, or has that gone badly wrong? Looks like it's gone badly wrong. So it was a good chance that, but he's going to have to wait for another one.
Rod Lawler 16.
Just 16 scored. He leads by 6 points in this 6th frame. But that's what he's been doing, Lawler, when he has been breaking down. He's played a good safety, and his good safety here has forced a mistake from Fu, who is beginning to look like he's had the stuffing knocked out of him, frankly. As I mentioned earlier, Rod Lawler's favourite film, The Shawshank Redemption, which is all about a man who displays a lot of patience to tunnel out of prison. Rod Lawler's displayed a lot of patience over the last couple of days to dig his way towards victory here. There's Marco's other half, Shirley.
1.
Fearing the worst, as I'm sure her husband is. supreme effort from Rod Lawler. Whatever happens here, whether he wins the tournament or not, you have to admire the attitude and the application that he's shown. Well, every chance now. He's just got to hold himself together, but I mean, it's easy to say when you've sweated for 22 years on the circuit to win a tournament. It's not so easy to do. This black puts him 20 points in front. That's a nice nudge on the reds. What a chance for Lawler, and what a story this is.
14.
He was down and out, he was finished. Or so it appeared after the last season. Wasn't guaranteed to enter Q School, certainly wasn't guaranteed to come through it, but he did enter, and he did come through it in the last event, Q School event number 3. And ever since then, he's just played with renewed confidence. Oh, the red crept in, didn't it? It crept in, but it went in, Rod. That's all that matters. That got the old heart rate racing a little. Deep breaths are required here. He did say, or joked, that one of the reasons he went into Q School was that otherwise he'd have to get a job. But of course, being a snooker professional is a job. It's a tough one lower down the rankings. There's not a lot of money flowing down the bottom end. But there could be £10,000 coming Rod Lawler's way in a few minutes' time if he can just hold himself together for a few more shots. And I don't blame him here for taking a bit of time, because these are big, big moments in the life and career of Rod Lawler. $27 points in front. So 3 of the 4 reds he needs. Well, incredible really. Just shows if you still believe in yourself and you still work hard, anything's possible. Look at the players he's beaten today. Already before this final, 3 ranking event winners: Stuart Bingham, Stephen Lee, Dominic Dale. Of course, Fu is another one.
$28.
He doesn't have the flair of some of the players higher up the list, but what he does have is an iron will and a hard work ethic as well. And he is getting closer and closer to winning this PTC. It's got to be one of the most unlikely, but equally one of the most heartwarming stories I think we've ever seen in snooker. long-time member of the game supporting cast. He's about to have his moment in the spotlight. "22 years he's waited to win a
25.
title. This red, and it should be his." All high. Not just in the tournament, but all season. Lost his place on the tour, got back on the hard way, and my word, hasn't he battled hard to win this tournament. Just make sure with the black, that should put the tin hat on this. If you've wondered how he's done it, 2 words:
43.
hard work. Looking at the scoreboard almost in disbelief. Clenched fist. Rod Lawler has done it. Liverpool's Rod Lawler, for so many years dismissed as a journeyman, proving here that he has what it takes to win tournaments. As I say, an unlikely, but I think a very, within the game itself, within other players, a very popular win. Rod Lawler's never offended anybody, never spoken out of turn, just got his head down throughout his career and played his snooker, and over the last few days he's played better than anyone else, simple as that. He's done it his way, and he's done it in the end the winning way. And he's going out here in some style. This new era of snooker is all about opportunity.
63.
Rod Lawler has grabbed his with both hands. Plus his glove in the latter half of the final.
69.
He's been professional for 22 years. And finally he's got his reward. After 69 finish, Rod Lawler wins the 3rd UK Players' Tour Championship tournament of the season, and he deserves that round of applause for the supreme effort he's made since he lost his place on the circuit at the end of the season. He beats halfway through here 4-2. Rod Lawler is going to be £10,000 better off, and will be taking the trophy back over him very soon, and there, congratulations from the supporters. Very, very satisfied with that. Why shouldn't he be? As I say, it's been a long road.
So I'd like to thank everyone again for coming along and supporting us over the last few days. As I've said before, there's a lot of faces I recognise who come and support us every time we come to us.
Going to look after it.
We have played these events behind closed doors, and as I've said, it's just great for you to come along. It gives the players a bit more atmosphere and really makes it feel good. So thanks very much for all your support. Southwest Snooker Academy here in the capital venue in Gloucester, yet again visited us some fantastic playing conditions, and I'd especially like to thank Paul Mount, Claire Mount, Jane Watkins and all the team here for all their help and support. Hugh Butler was the UK marketing manager of Peter's Foods to present the trophy, and he was accompanied by Jason Ferguson, who's the chairman of the World Professional Billiard Snooker Association.
Just Jason Ferguson, the UKPTC chairman.
So firstly, commiserations for the runner-up, but congratulations also on some great performances. On his way to the final, he's beaten 2 world champions, last season's World Championship runner-up, and the winner of the season's first ranking event. So didn't quite get it today, but great performance. Well done. Marco.
Well, it's always good to see Marco Fu playing well, as he did do. Just not quite in the final, not as well as he would have liked anyway.
I'm sure this is the highlight of quite a roller coaster ride over the last few months. Rod dropped off the main tour last year after, I think it was 22 years as a professional, but he kept his head up, he kept practicing, he went to Q school, he earned his place back on the main tour, and then straight away the first ranking event of the season, he got right through the final stages and went over to China. As I say, I'm sure this is the highlight. He's earned 2,000 valuable ranking points, a cheque for £10,000, but I'm sure more importantly for Rod. He's got the title of the UKPTC Event 3 Champion for 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, Rod Lawler.
Jason Ferguson, the chairman. Hands over the trophy, hands over the cheque. It's Rod Lawler, who's the last man standing in Gloucester. What a great effort from him. And he thoroughly deserved the round of applause as enjoying. Terrific stuff from Rod Lawler. £10,000 better off, no wonder he's smiling.
We'll be back in just under 2 months, I think, for the last PTC.
And there's the trophy. And there's our winner. So well done to Rod Lawler. Terrific stuff from him. Has anyone ever worked hard to win a tournament? We'll be back with you on liveworldsnooker.tv for the Shanghai Masters a week tomorrow. But we say finally well done to Rod Lawler. Thanks for watching from myself and Phil Yates, your commentary team here. Good night.
Give it another kiss. What's the worry? Hold the trophy up a bit, Rob. A bit higher.